Hello there, welcome back. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm gonna show you how to display DSS file over your study area. If you have any shapefile of your study area, if you wanna even display the input or output of any ACC model, hydrologic engineering centers model like HEC-RAS, HEC-HMS, or even HEC-RAS-SEAM, and all these files, they store data in .dss format because that is the standard formatting, right, data storage system. It is called data storage system .dss. Like this way, I have the data here. I'm gonna show you pretty quickly that I have the study area like there that is locating in Texas. This is called Bay Watershed. So I'm gonna show you this one. So I have this watershed, and at the same time, what I have my precipitation data, the precipitation data that you can create using, right, this is the precipitation data. It is in GridUtil. If you want to even generate any GridUtil model for HEC-HMS or for any other modeling software package, so you can display. So now I'm going to show you how can I display that shapefile over this, right, GridUtil precipitation to check if your study area or if your precipitation is falling over your study area or not. That is very important to know before modeling. Otherwise, blindly, if you just generate your precipitation data, and if you run your model that is located somewhere else and you don't have any precipitation, right, that is falling over your study areas, and then there won't be any runoff. So that's what we need to know, and we need to even display as a report or anything. You need to display that one. So I have this map there, and later on I'll also show another study area that is located there. See, it is pretty tiny there. I'll do the same thing for both this study area and for this study area as well, right? Because this precipitation is covering the part of the Texas or entire Texas, so that doesn't matter. But you have to make sure that if it is really located here or not. So in order to do that, we have to install a pretty simple software from ACC. It is called HEC. Okay, it is called GridUtil. If you search that, and it will direct to you there, and you can download this one. I'll give you the link in the description below so that you can quickly download that one. Okay, so when you just click download, it will download for you. It's pretty small software package, like 91 megabyte. It won't take that much time. I already installed that one, and here it is, that one, HEC GridUtil version 2. If I click there, it is gonna open as a project, this one. So what do you have to do here? Now our project is empty. I have to create the project, but before going to create the project, you have to make sure, and you have to know your projection system here. See the projection system I have. Previously I had this data, this one. I'm gonna show you this here. It is CGS, right? Means geographical, ZCS, geographical coordinate system, and it is North American 1983. What I did, I converted from this geographic coordinate system to UTM 15 because I know my zone, the zone number is UTM 15. So I did it this way. So just go to ARC Toolbox if you don't have any ArcGIS software package. So I have another now video series on this ArcGIS software, and from the beginning to the end, and I already mentioned the link of the software package where you can download the correct version and you can install it for free, because sometimes it is not free. So you can install that and you can practice. And I already demonstrated that on how to project from this projection system or from this coordinate system to that one. So you can watch that video. But for this case, what you have to do, you have to go to Toolbox, and from Toolbox to Data Management Tools, and then Projection and Transformation System. Since this is a shapefile, it is called vector, right? So we are going to select this one. Otherwise, if you have any raster file like T file, so you have to go to raster, and then you have to select the coordinate system. So for this case, it's shapefile. It is called feature. So I'm selecting that Galveston Bay Watershed, and the name will be that project 1. Okay, and what will be the output coordinate system? So since I already have that coordinate system there, or you can find it from this one projected system, I already have that in my layer. So that is the coordinate system WGS 1984 to UTM zone number 15. Okay, and here you have to keep in mind that, okay, you have the zone number 15N. That is pretty important. And if I click OK, it's gonna convert the coordinate system from. So we are done. Okay, so here it is, the coordinate system I have. It's, see, yeah, So it's already there. Since it's already there, it's converted. And what I'm gonna do at first, I'm gonna create the project there using GridUtil. So how can I do that? For this case, they are calling it new Watershed because it is a special software package to display watershed over rainfall or any input or output that is stored as DSS file. So for this case, I'm going to select that one. So Galveston, because the watershed I'm showing it is Bay Watershed. Okay, Bay Watershed, because I have Galveston, Matagorda, and other bays. So it will be Bay Watersheds. The name and description is okay, all watershed. I'm going to display here, and you have to select the location because I already have the folder where I stored my data, DSS data that I generated, right? And you can even generate the DSS data. I already demonstrated that one. I'll give you the link in the description that how to generate that .dss from XMRG data. If you have XMRG or XMRG data, XMRG, the extension is XMRG or XMRG, then you can create using bash script. I already have written the script and I already demonstrated that on how to do that. And once you have that .dss, means this file, okay? I'm gonna show you this file you have. It will be like .dss extension. And once you have that, now we have this spatial distribution of the rainfall, because this is the rainfall for September 2018, okay, 2018. And what next? And now I have to select the location where I want to create that project. For this case, it is Watershed, HEC-GridUtil, and here, okay? Going back because I already mentioned the name of the project, so select that one and open. So we have inside this directory by the name Bay Watershed, and you have to select the unit. For this case, I'm going to select the SI unit. If your precipitation is in, let me check the precipitation, the unit of the precipitation here, right? You have to check the unit of the precipitation, it is millimeter. That's why I'm going to select SI unit. And then I have to specify the time zone as well. For Texas, I'm going to select GMT -6, okay? And I'm going to apply and okay, and then okay. Now it's going to show you the properties of the summary of the watershed that you just generated. And once it's done, you won't be able to change time zone, anything. That's why you have to check before clicking OK. Or you can go back and you can change, and then you can even click. Once you're done with this one, it is fixed, okay? So I'm clicking OK. So we have there, inside this one, what we have, see, Bay Watershed. Inside this one, we have map, but it's empty. We have only that GridUtil configuration file. There is nothing, and we have the shared, these are the, and we have the .workstation, the project name. So inside this map, I'll export my study area, okay? This study area I'll export. What is the coordinate system for this one? It is UTM coordinate system, and zone number is 15, okay? And I also have another study area there, right? Just tiny study area here. I'll export both, and I'll try to show you the both study area, right? This one, pretty tiny. So I'm gonna export this one first, there, and let me just quickly show you that. Here it is, it could be there. GridUtil, HEC-GridUtil, and inside my project that is generated here, okay, that is small study area, okay? Study area, small study. Okay, just wait a minute. Okay, small study area. Wait a minute. So we have to change this to Shapefile because this is going to be Shapefile. And yeah, I don't need to add it to this map one more time. And I'm going to export the other one as well, the bigger one. It will be there, Bay Watershed, okay? The Bay Watersheds. And I'm going to export the same thing. I'm not going to show that anymore. So here I have inside that. Now I have the access pretty quickly, right? So it's time to even display this precipitation. It's time to display that map. So before going to do that, what we have to do, we have to select the coordinate system. That is very important. Otherwise, this will not be displayed there. So from view, go to layers, and then it will pop up this window, and then maps, map display coordinate. Here, see, since we don't have any precipitation, we don't have anything, so it's not showing anything, right? So what we have to do here, it is showing only the XY. So go to edit and then select the coordinate system. It is universal transverse marketer, right? This one. And the unit is meter, and we can select this one as WGS because that is the data we have, and zone number 15, right? Zone number is 15. So I'm gonna click OK, and okay, for the time being you can put it that way, no problem. Or you can, because we'll play with this one as well, because if you have already a shapefile and if you want to zoom in and if you want to fix to that shapefile, so you have to check this off and then click that one, so that will maintain. So if I select this one, see the display is currently showing, it is just automatically getting the coordinate. So for this case it's okay, I'm clicking OK, not a problem, it's showing this one. And if you want to even add anything, any map if you want, so for this case, okay, I'm gonna add the map. How can I do that? So go to edit and allow layer editing. Then here, the add layer, map layer is activated. Not only the shapefile, you can even import AutoCAD. Okay, AutoCAD drawing. You can even import any image .jpeg or even IMG image, or you can even import PNG and TIFF file as well, the raster data. So you can use that. So I'm gonna select that add map layer, and then see you have the access automatically. Then I'm gonna select both watershed. For the first case, Bay watershed there. Okay, click OK, and then there is nothing. Can you see anything there? Nothing, because the coordinate system we have selected, it's different. So go to layer and then map coordinate system. Here, if you just select this one, now we have different thing, right? See, here it is. You can see, and we'll play with this one later on when we'll add our precipitation. Now we have our shapefile, right? The study area. It could be anywhere, and since I have another study area, okay, let me add that one as well. So now see, it's not activated. So each time you have to select, if you want to even add anything, you have to go to edit and allow layer editing. Then you will have this option, right, activated. I'm gonna select small study area this time, that tiny one, and you can see it's located somewhere there, right? It will be somewhere there, because okay, if I even wanna zoom into that one, I'll do that later on, because it is located somewhere there. I don't wanna do that, and here it is. If you wanna zoom in, you can even play with that one. Here, this option will give you the zoom in option, zoom out option, and then if you wanna go to zoom to all, it is gonna show you this one. Okay, that doesn't matter, I'll play with this one later on. Let's try to import our precipitation. That is very important, right? So if you wanna even create, you have to create that single grid. How can you do that? Go to single grid, new, because if you have one data like that is not changing with time, for example, if you have % imperviousness, then it will be one single grid, right? So for this case, it is rainfall. I'm gonna select the data set and the single data set both way, because if you have multiple time step in a single DSS file, because see that DSS file I have, it has many, can you see that? Many time step, right? The many time step I have, this one, this one, this one, for one day. So it is a data set, it's a grid set, not a single. But I'm gonna create single. I'm just showing you how to do that. So that will be single, okay? Single rainfall grid. So these are from WGRFC, means West Gulf River Forecasting System. So WGRFC, I'm just giving the description. It is there, and it's asking, right, where is your DSS file? So I have the DSS file located there. I'm gonna select this one, and now you have to add the path. So it's gonna give you the path there. See all this path, because I have many. So I'm gonna select anything there, set the path. So it's gonna create, see, it's populated everything, and it's showing. That means your data is okay for this case. If I click OK, so I have one single file. See, now it's showing over your study area that is covering entire Texas. Okay, yeah, even you can import the boundary of Texas as well. It is also possible. Okay. Yeah, if I want, I can do that. Okay, let me just quickly do that. If I have the boundary of Texas, I have to find that one. Now let me try to find that boundary of Texas, and let's see. Probably I have that. It could be HEC. Where's the HEC? And HEC GridUtil, because I put it there. HEC GridUtil example, and inside that one I have that map. So which map I need? I need, because I have to convert it, Texas. Okay, the Texas boundary outline Texas, that one. Then you will understand. Okay, I have there that one, that is the boundary, and this boundary, this watershed is locating close to the boundary, that one you can see. So now what I have to do, see, that is the Texas, and the coordinate system is not the same one we are using there, right? It is not UTM. See, it has different NAD 1983 state plane. So what I have to do, I have to project it again to UTM 15, right? So that we can't even display, otherwise it won't display anything. So that is Texas outline, and here that will be Texas outline project, and I'm going to select the same coordinate system I have for this layer, UTM 15N. And if everything is okay, then it will project, otherwise it won't project. Okay. So once you have that one, you can even do that, or okay. So for this case, I have from the beginning, it is not showing anything. Okay, let me just close my GIS and then open it again. Then hopefully it is gonna open. Let me save it. Okay, let me save it there. Okay, there, here it is, and let's try, because you have to project it to the same thing I'm just showing you, since you need that. Okay, I'm just closing that one. Okay, saving it and then opening it once again. So that is the thing. While opening that one, I'll show later on, and I'm going to process this one as well. So I have the other study area, and if you want to zoom in, you can zoom in. Okay, so let me just open that one pretty quickly, that one, and see. Here it is. Okay, let me try. Okay, so from toolbox, arc toolbox, you have to even find that project transformation and project, and then Texas outline. Because why I'm showing this, because you need to display that one. Sometimes you need to project, you need to reproject, right? That's why you need that. From layer, this one will be our projection system. It could be there. It is working. See, it's working. If everything is okay, sometimes GIS won't work, and we have that. See, we have the project. And now if I click properties, and you can see we have that UTM-15N. Now I'm gonna export this to our layer, right? We have export this data to our project layer. Here it is Texas. Okay, Texas, and then I'm gonna export that. I'm not gonna add it to this map, so I already have that there. I'm gonna show it here. How can I do that? View and layers, and then see, you can't add this. It is not activated. Each time you want to add something, you have to go to edit and then allow layer editing, and then it is activated. So add, and then Texas, the shapefile. Okay, then it's gonna show you. See, can you see that we have the Texas? But see, you can't see that because the color is a little bit different, right? So we can change it, not a problem here. The default color is this one. You can double click and you can change it. How can I do that? It is also possible, right? Texas, right click, and then properties. And here you can just change everything, like any color you need, like purple or black. For this case, I'm gonna select black. And if you wanna select line style like this one, it is also possible, right? And you can even show the level as well. So that is Texas. And if you wanna even select the study area for this single study area, if you want to highlight that one because it is showing somewhere there, right here, this tiny, you can see that. Okay, let me just zoom in. We also have the study area there, this tiny piece. And if you want to even display only this study area, how can you do that? Okay, it is also possible. Go to layers and then turn this off. Okay, turn this on, and this, so I only have this one, and also turn off Texas. Now go to map and map coordinate system here. Now we only have this one, right? Turn this off, and then it will automatically detect this coordinate system. Okay, set map coordinate system, this one. Now we have this, and if you want to even display it more, just zoom in and fix your display. Fix your display this way. Okay, now my display is okay, and I'm gonna put this one, map coordinate system, and then set map coordinates to display, this one. Okay, now it is fixed, and everything we add, it will be there. Now we can even turn on other Texas layer. It's outside of this one, and then Bay Watershed, a single grid. See this one, it is fixed here. And if you want to even make it transparent, right, you can do that. Just right click and then properties. If you want to make it this way, the outer color, it won't show you anything. And then you can even change the name, you can even change the level, because that one you can even show the name, and then it will show you the name. The border will be this one. You can change the color of the border, like anything. You can see this one as well, that will be like this one. Okay, so it is this one, you have the border, so that is the precipitation you have. Okay, that is your study area. Okay, so you can do that. You can even zoom in and you can fix and you can display everything. It's like GIS. Okay, we are done with single data set we added. That is the single data set we have. And now I'll just add our multiple time step. Okay, so in order to do that, I'm gonna even remove this one. Okay, and in order to go back to our previous content, just select this one, go to map extent. Then I have the entire map, and I'll even create the animation as well. So now we are done with single. So can you see you have the access, and for grid set, go to grid set and new, and then give the name as grid set. Okay, this is also the WGRFC rainfall. Okay, WGRFC rainfall data. I have many, so before that I'm gonna select even the list, add the file, or if we have many files, we can add. I have one single file, and within this single file I have a lot of time steps, and you have to know the time steps as well. It is, you have to select the path. You can select it, because once you are done with importing, it is automatically gonna show the path. And I have 1 hour time step here. If your time step is different, then you have to select it from here. Either 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hour, you have to select it. And then the grid is also this one. Okay, then if you want to see the path name, you have all this path. So it is a grid set. We have 24 data. If I click OK, it is gonna hit OK. It's done. There is nothing. Okay, we have to select that time window. How can I do that? See, if I want to even select the path list, you can see the time, right? It is September 20th, 2018 and 23rd hour. 2, we have September 21st, right, and 22 hour. So September 20, 23rd hour to September 21st, 22nd hour. So now I have to fix the time window for this one. How can I do that? Go to view, and here set time window, and here it is. You have to select, right? By default it's there 20 and 23rd hour, and here 21st. And if it is not by default, then you have to change it. Okay, for example this one, edit it, and then if we apply, you'll have, see the list here. You can see the list, and you have access to everything. Now we can even display, you can even display that animation. If you click there, if you play it, it will display from the beginning, and you can even move individually, see, and you can play it. You can play it. If you click there, see, it's gonna automatically change, and it's gonna show the animation of your precipitation. See, it is covering the entire Texas. It is west. Okay, it is a West Gulf River Forecasting Center. This data set is from WGRFC. So that's where it's covering that, and you have one tiny study area there. You can even check if it is covering your study area or not. Definitely it is covering. And for this Bay Watershed, because you may have the storm here, not here. So we are done, because I'm just displaying for 1 day or almost more than 1 day. So that's that. If you have more time step, it will just show you everything. And in order to even want to see the value of the precipitation, just select this tool and click anywhere you want. See, it is 30.62 millimeter. It's huge, right? And here it is 0.69 millimeter, and there is nothing, 0. So that red, it is 32. There you can even select. You can get the value. You can get an idea about the maximum and minimum value, and also it is going to show you there the maximum value is 0 and the minimum value is 0 and the maximum is 77.08, and the cell size is 2000 meter. It is hydrologic standard hydrologic grid SHG, and it is also showing the grid size, how many rows and columns you have. It is there. And if you want to see the single, it is there. If you want to see, right, if you click update map, it will display there, and for this one it's there. It is showing the time series, and it is also showing the spatial distribution, right? So these are the things you can do. You can import, you can export, you can do anything you want. So that is the best way to display your DSS file. Not only this DSS, because that is the input of your HEC-HMS model or HEC-RAS model, anything, because this software from Hydrologic Engineering Center, HEC, they're storing this data as .dss. That is the standard way to store this data. And if you want to even display this on the map, and if this way you can do that. And if you also have like output of this map, like if you have the output of HEC-HMS model, if you have output of HEC-RAS sim model, if you have output from HEC-RAS model and HEC-HMS, whatever the output you have, but if you have the output as a .dss, then if you want to even plot it or display it, right, spatially, or if you want to even plot the flood inundation map from HEC-RAS 2D model, or even if you want to see the display of runoff from the gridded model developed in HEC-HMS, because the output are .dss. So once you have the .dss output or input, you can display here. You can even display your shapefile or your map like GIS, but it's pretty simple here to display this way, right? But sometimes if you don't know how to do that, so this tutorial may help you to improve your knowledge on this map generation, right? So that's that. And you can do many things, right? I just demonstrated this one. Go to view and time window. You can select the maximum value, minimum value. You can change the color range of your precipitation, right? So if you don't want to see this color, how can you do that? Go to layer. Everything you can do, go to layer, select your grid data there, and you can expand it, and you have this color scheme. If you right click, right, there is nothing. You can go to properties. There you can even select everything you want, right? Here you have the precipitation. You can even display the total cumulative precipitation as well, because we have like 23 or 24 time step. If you want to display only the summation of these two, because you want to display the total. If you have a storm, right, for 3 days or 4 days, and if you want to display the map as a storm total, how can I do that? Even you can do that here as well. Okay, so you can even change anything you want. The scale, you can change that scale. You can even go to properties and advanced. You have a lot of things. You can even change anything. Okay, you can do that. You can play with this one. I'm not going to show everything. You can play with everything. You can check. That's that. And if you want to change any color, I just mentioned that one, how to display the name. It's there. I just displayed the name. It's there, and you can edit anything. You have the layer, and you have other tools there. You can check one by one. The view, we can see that, right? Time series plot. Currently showing maximum value. That is the maximum value of the time series. You can see for all these time steps, it is showing this one. And if you want to display the mean value, see, this is the mean value. That is the time series you can see. And single grid, I already displayed that one. You can even import or export other gridded data, not only even .dss. If you have any ARC or ASCII, right, ARC info file, that is different text file, you can even import that one. You can export that one, not only in single grid, even from the grid set as well. In the grid set, you can import, export as that ASCII file as well. And data analysis, you can do that. Mean aerial value, it will give you that one. And sometimes we need to calculate, right, mean aerial value. If you have any watershed, if you want to calculate the basin average precipitation, you can do that. I have another video how to do that using GIS or other software. I already demonstrated that one in different videos. If you are interested, you can watch that. And here, data management, if you want to even make subset of your study area because you don't want to display all this thing, right? It will kill your space. Then you can even select extract region for that small study area, or for this study area, even you can extract the precipitation. Or I have written another code while generating that DSS file. I can pass another text file mentioning the coordinate of my study area, and that will also make subset. Or you can even use this tool to make subset. You can play with this one and let me know if it works or not. And here is the tool. You have the HEC DSS view, that one, right? That one that will display the, because that is a separate software, right? So I install it separately and I'm just clicking and opening everything there. And you also have the tool here, HEC DSS view, and you can use that. You have different options. If you want to see the user manual, you can go, you can install example data, you can play with that one. You can learn more things if you want. Okay, these are the simple tool you have. And if you want to even save the project or Watershed, because I already have that, right? So I'm saving the Watershed. For this case, it is not project, it is Watershed. And later on, when you just try to open that GridUtil, okay, HEC GridUtil, it will just open your project, this one, the last project you worked on. So what are the steps for generating this one? So at first, you have to have your DSS file. The DSS file I'm talking about, that one, right? This DSS file. If you don't know how to generate that, I have another video. I'm just I can quickly show you that one here, how to do that, but I'll give the link in the description below. So I have the script, and okay, let me just quickly copy that and paste it there. For example, this is the data I have here, right? XMRG precipitation data. These are in this format for Harvey. These are for Harvey, okay? And okay, I don't need, because I generated this one. I'm deleting this. And you need to have that exe. That is the executable to convert from this XMRG to DSS. And I have written this bash script there. I'm going to show you one more time. That will loop through each of this XMRG file, and I specified the file name there. It will stored as this file name .dss, and the grid I specified here href, but you can even SHG, standard hydrologic grid. You can even change it to this one. These are the two grids you can select, and the site I specified. These are the part of the path. It will have like 6 steps. Okay, so yeah, I specified here SHG, the site name, WGRFC, and F part, it is because it has A, B, C, D, E, F, 6 part, and then the passive. If I just save it and run it, so it will create the file August 2017.dss, and it will convert everything right into that file, and we can display that one for Harvey. Let me just, you can double click there, or you can even open command window there and just navigate to that. Okay, so now I have access to every file. How can I run that .bat file? So just to use that XMRG. So if I hit it, and if you click on that, it will work. So here I'm hitting because I have the executable there. See, it's already started to convert, right? I have details video right on that one, how to do that, and you can copy that script. It is pretty simple script, but learning or understanding the script is pretty important. See, I have the data there, and I can, since I already installed that DSS view, so it is activated there. So if I click there, it's gonna open. See, I have this path, all this path I have. This is for Harvey, so the precipitation is not like this one. It will be heavier than this one because Harvey is pretty huge. See, the first one, I'm gonna display this. See, it is also for Texas. See, we have huge precipitation, and for the next time step here, see, I have this. So this is how we can pretty quickly, what is the value? We can even select, because for this one, you can select the info, grid info, everything, minimum, maximum value. See, maximum value is 205 millimeter. You can see the details of your lower left corner and whatever the coordinate system you have, you can check it there. Okay, so these are the thing you can display. These are the thing you can even change. I just demonstrated this one. See, that is the Harvey storm you have here, right? and you can check the info. That is 327 maximum, because these are the daily precipitation. So that's why you have. So you can check the date. This is the 1st of August, right? And then 2nd of August, 3rd, 4th. These are the daily, not hourly. That's why the summation is pretty big. Okay, so that's that. So if you have any query or question on that practice, I'll give you the link of my previous video that generates that DSS, and you can even watch this one. And I have the executable there. I stored that executable in my driver, and I just already shared that one. You can download this one and then you can use that. You have to, I already described that one in details there. And here I just demonstrated how to display your map, right? Your shapefile or your map and your precipitation input or output, anything, you can do that. Okay, so I'm not gonna even make it longer. I'm gonna finish up here, and let me know if you are having any problem or not. And thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting my YouTube channel. So thank you very much. Stay safe and take care. Bye. Okay.